For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to look like a superhero, but I spent years doing the wrong diet and overcomplicating my training. Now, eventually, I cracked the code and I built the physique that I always wanted. But what I discovered was it's so much less complicated than the fitness industry makes it out to be. You don't need to live in the gym and you don't need to starve yourself. If you're looking to build an aesthetic body, there's a very simple framework that you can follow, which will allow you to live your life like a normal person while building the body that you want. If you've ever looked up how to get in really good shape, you've probably been told that you need to go to the gym 6 days a week for 2 to 3 hours. You need to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice for every single meal, and you need to sacrifice your social life completely. And if you've ever followed one of these programs, you'll find that they're super complicated and don't really target the areas that would make you look as aesthetic as possible. One of the biggest reasons that this advice fails is that it's not sustainable. It doesn't fit into your lifestyle and enhance the rest of your life. Fitness takes over your life. You don't enjoy any of your meals anymore. You don't enjoy your training. To build the aesthetic physique that you want, you just need to master these two things: training and nutrition. When it comes to training, the two biggest things are going to be exercise selection and intensity. If you can select the right exercises to target the right areas and train them intensely enough, you'll build muscles in the correct areas to shape your aesthetic physique. In terms of exercise selection, we want to be targeting the upper shelf. That is going to consist of 3 different muscles: your back, your shoulders, and your upper chest. All of these, when built together, give the illusion of more width. Having more width on the top of your frame enhances your shoulder to waist ratio, which is the most important thing for building an aesthetic physique. You can train these within a 2 or 3 day a week full body program. This allows you to not live in the gym 5 to 6 days a week while still making the gains that you need to build an aesthetic body. I recommend 1 warm-up set and 2 sets to absolute failure. You need to train very intensely. Training to absolute failure ensures that we're stimulating muscle growth in those target areas. None of this matters if you aren't forcing the muscle to adapt. You need to track your workouts and focus on beating your previous self every week, whether that means adding a small amount of weight to the bar or squeezing out 1 extra rep. If you lift exactly the same weights next month as you did today, your physique is going to look exactly the same. In terms of nutrition, your diet does not need to be 100% clean. The 2 biggest things are going to be your calorie balance and hitting your minimum protein intake. As long as you have your calories and protein equated, your results are going to be completely the same whether you eat 100% clean food or 100% junk food. I recommend, if you're trying to lose fat, eating in a 300 to 500 calorie deficit. Don't go too extreme. In terms of your protein intake, you don't need a gram per pound. There's been research showing that you can actually maintain muscle with 1.2 grams per kilo, which would be 0.55 grams per pound. But there's even stronger research showing around 0.7 grams per pound or 1.6 grams per kilo being a safe range to stay in. In order to achieve that calorie deficit, I recommend a meal structure of intermittent fasting. So you wake up, the first 5 hours of the day, you're not eating anything. You just use carbonated drinks and caffeine to curb your hunger for the first 5 hours. After those first 5 hours, you have a small meal, then you have a larger dinner, and you'll have a treat before bed. By structuring everything this way, you eliminate the need to sacrifice your social life, your favorite foods, or an unreasonable amount of your free time. If you've made it to the end of this video, it means you have all of the information you need to build an aesthetic body. Now what you need is to take action on that information. Map out your gym times. Pick 2 to 3 days a week where you're going to be able to be in the gym for 30 to 40 minutes. Do your compound movements that will be targeting your key areas. Lock in your calorie deficit and start your fasting tomorrow. When you wake up tomorrow, use caffeine and carbonated drinks to curb off your hunger for the first 5 hours, and then go into that meal structure that I just said. Small meal, big meal, treat before bed, stay within your calories and hit your minimum protein. Lastly, I would recommend pinpointing 2 to 3 key meals, maybe even more. These are meals that you can turn to very easily, ones that you really enjoy and aren't very hard to make. Make sure that they contribute to you hitting your calorie and protein targets. If you enjoyed this video and you thought it was valuable, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you next time.